Why is Erock rubbing his eyes already? Erock, you all right?
No.
Late night? What do you got? What do you got going?
No, I'm not feeling good.
Oh, no.
You made it 5 days.
Oh, Erock.
What happened? I knew it when I said, hey, E to the R. And he's like, what's up? I was like thinking he didn't sound well.
You don't feel good in a way where we're all going to be sick by Monday or what?
No, I think I got food poisoning.
Oh, God. Why do you do this?
All right, fuck Bobby Richards.
Well, now,
I didn't bring it up.
Now the big question, of course, we have to ask.
What did you eat?
What did you eat there,
That
Erock?
might have gave you food poisoning. And how do you know you might have food poisoning? Are you shitting out your ass?
Oh, boy.
In such a way
so.
that makes you think, oh, fuck, I ate something.
Yeah, that. I'm running a fever, and my stomach is killing me.
Well, running a fever
certainly
might not
is.
be food poisoning. That might mean something we all might get.
Oh,
You don't get a fever from food poisoning.
Maybe you got a virus.
God damn, get some of that anti shit.
What did you eat?
I had Chinese food.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Did you order it out? You got obviously ordered out, or did you out?
No, I had it delivered.
Now, did the lovely Mrs. Nagel have any?
She had sushi.
Oh, what'd you have?
I got Chinese food from a sushi place.
What was it? What'd you get? Like,
General Tso's chicken.
Now, when you think of that right now, does it sound delicious? Would you like?
It makes me nauseous.
You wouldn't want to eat a nice big plate of General Tso's chicken?
No, not in the least.
How about a nice greasy pork chop served in a dirty ashtray?
How
much did you eat?
Chinese food.
that's a good question.
Chinese food scares me.
It's frightening.
It really scares me.
It's always a little different depending on where you go,
Right.
which is kind of creepy.
Well, especially if you go to like a sushi joint. So the Chinese food. Let me tell you what happened, Erock.
Sam's a dick.
Oh my God.
Sam's a dick.
That's what you ate?
He put a giant picture of General Tso's chicken on the monitor and turned it right toward Erock.
There's some nice broccoli in there too. The sauces. I mean, it's
That
you know,
sauce is good.
It looks like baby covered mice.
Oh, wait a minute.
Like a whole plate of mice.
Baby mice, like covered in brown sauce.
Covered in brown sauce. Like almost like they needed a couple more weeks in the mama's belly before they were born.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, Erock. That's terrible.
Is that bothering you?
It's not helping.
No.
So I think your mistake, I have no idea, obviously, but sushi food. Sushi. Getting the Chinese food at a sushi joint scares me because the Chinese food stays around just a little longer
than it
just
would.
a little bit.
Good answer.
And they also don't. Most Chinese places will say, you'll have your chicken with white meat only, or how they regularly make it. This place didn't have the white meat only option. It was just General Tso's chicken.
General Tso's chicken, dark. You ever eat dark meat? It's like all fatty,
Greasy, yeah.
gristly
Yes,
meat.
yes.
It's disgusting.
No,
dark meat in a Chinese restaurant is terrible.
I only go to reputable Chinese restaurants.
Well,
I've got a couple of places I order from, and they're great. But if like one of the places are closed or something,
Yep.
you get that other menu that was shoved in your mailbox. They're too shady. I won't do that.
You got to make sure they're moving through the food quickly, especially
Yes.
Chinese food.
That's why you need a really good place that's busy.
And maybe you ate deer or something last night.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe some Chinese dude was dragging the deer in the back.
Oh, yeah, like that other story with the trail of blood going into the
Through
back
the
door.
entire restaurant.
Yeah,
No, that
it
one
wasn't the back door. It was
That
through
guy got lazy and dragged a deer carcass through the restaurant itself.
nodding at the customers. Hello.
And you know what? Well, I don't give a fuck. I've told this story 10 times. I'll do it again. I've been scared of Chinese food since the Northport days out there on Long Island, and the place is now closed, so I'm not worried at all. But I ate at this Chinese restaurant in Northport on Main Street, and as I took my first and pretty much only bite, I realized that I was not eating chicken.
You just knew it,
chicken,
right?
It was foreign to me.
Oh, boy.
It was foreign.
Was that when you were at your summer house in Northport?
Yep, my summer house where we put this whole fucking thing together many years ago. My summer house.
Your summer home. Had to be.
The shitty top half of a house.
Yeah.
But I knew I was eating something I never ate before.
Yeah, huh?
I have no idea what it was, but I have no doubt in my mind it was not chicken.
Wasn't chicken.
No, man. It was bad news.
Did you get any dark meat?
Yeah, there was one piece that seemed a little grizzly, and that's when I stopped. Yeah, I said, "This is not tasting right."
Wow, and now you're all fucking sick.
Yeah.
Jeez,
That
Louise.
greasy fucking dark. It's like gray meat. It's not good dark
You
meat.
can't bite through it.
Yeah, I know. It's gray.
But where do they get that meat
It's
from?
like, the
that's-
back fat of the
It's
chicken.
the lowest part of the fucking chicken.
Cartilage.
Is it
of
the
the
legs?
lowest chicken too.
It's not even the legs.
It's like thigh. It's
Where is it?
The skin over the toes.
It's the thigh, right?
I think it's thigh meat.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But
Because even the legs, you'll get some nice white meat on.
If you look at like chickens that Chinese restaurants get, like non-reputable ones, they're probably the shittiest looking fucking.
It's different chicken.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
At some of these places?
You go into the grocery store and you like get the name brand chicken. It looks good. And then even if you at the grocery store, you go down the shelves a little and you see like the discounty ones, and they're a little skinnier. They got some like feathers still sticking out of them.
They just start looking sadder and sadder.
Yes, as you go on, and those are probably still even
Sickly.
top of the line, depending on what compared to what the Chinese places get.
It has to be some offshoot of chicken or something. Does anyone know this?
Like they go
Any
to a
foodies
chicken
out there?
farm and get the fucking like the runts of the litter and the shitty
The
ones.
ones that die of cancer.
Yeah, the ones that
Because
fucking.
they don't have Purdue.
No, you know they're not serving
So
you
what kind of
Purdue.
chicken is it in the Chinese restaurants? That's one of the questions today. Because it absolutely is different. You're right.
Oh, it's crap.
Is
I
it
bet.
Cornish hens?
A Cornish game hen.
Is it a Cornish game hen?
It's probably really cheap meat that they buy
It's
in bulk.
squab. I think it's squab.
But what makes chicken cheap?
In bulk, they buy
To
it.
me,
bet.
I just
just sits
assumed
there.
all chicken was the same.
And
They probably buy the scraps that the other stores won't serve.
Yes.
Like they probably pick up. I bet you that the chicken they get is in giant plastic, like almost like a medical bag of chicken
Yes.
parts, and they probably serve like the hearts, the fucking lungs, all that stuff.
Oh, man.
is probably put in like whatever makes a hot dog is probably what makes Chinese
Erock
food
vomit?
chicken.
It's probably that pink chicken goo that they make McNuggets out of.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen those videos?
Huh?
that slurry they make?
The pink chicken goo.
Oh, yeah.
It's called like something meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably what they use in a Chinese restaurant.
That's fucking disgusting.
Couldn't bite through gristly chicken, so you
I'm
stopped
sure.
Erock?
I'm sure it's only fucking chicken parts. Like they don't get a full chicken with a big chicken breast and fucking. It's like just the shittiest limbs cut off and.
That's why they cover it with sauce.
Exactly. They got to work that shit in that wok before you could even fucking look at it.
So we don't know.
I don't know.
I'm looking on my Twitter here. So far, no answer to the question. To today's question. Because the chicken absolutely is different. Did you go to bed hungry, Erock?
Uh-oh.
No, I did not.
Oh.
Why, did you eat a lot before you got to the bad chicken?
No.
How much did you eat before you got to the bad chicken? That's a fair question.
About half.
All right, so that's a lot.
Yeah. It took
That's not an obese portion, but
It took you a while to realize the chicken was bad.
I was hoping it was going to turn around.
Were you hoping it was going to turn around?
Just a piece. I'm good. Any fried rice?
Ooh. Like the fried rice.
Yeah, it comes within the little
wonton soup.
little white container. You gotta have wonton soup.
My sister-in-law is Chinese. You know what? We're going to Jay.
Really, Opie?
Oh.
Oh, I thought you were talking.
My sister-in-law. Okay, listen to this. I've been suspicious of this for a
my
while.
God.
Jay in Jersey, go ahead.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Yo.
Hey, so my sister-in-law's Chinese. We went over to China to meet her family, and they actually served pigeon at the table. I mean, they weren't trying to hide it or anything.
Boy.
It was pigeon. So I know that's something that they absolutely eat. I don't know. I'd be a little suspicious, man, that they're serving you that.
Yeah, that and the beef never looks like fucking beef. And once I was eating some beef and broccoli, and I swear the fragrance reminded me of when I used to wash my horse. And like the horse would get wet.
Oh my God.
And I'd be like cleaning it, but the smell of like wet horse, that's what it smelled like. And I was like, oh my God, how would you even know? No one's checking this shit.
Well, that's why they cover it up with all this goodness.
Yeah, all
Did you
that
eat it?
saucy goodness.
All that
Like a
saucy,
champ.
sugary. Did you really?
Oh, fuck yeah. If I'm going to fuck them, I might as well eat them.
Let's see. Hi to John in Michigan. John.
Hey, I've delivered into a place before, a Chinese place, and the chicken you're talking about was soaking in big 55-gallon drums in like a bleach water. It's leg meat and thighs and just the crap meat, but if you notice, it's always white. They bleach it.
I'm telling you, there's something going on.
You can't order Chinese food unless you know the place. Like, if you go to a good Chinese restaurant, you can't order from one of those places that has fucking bulletproof glass in it.
No, God, no.
Oh.
It's got to be a place that you know locally, you've been to. Maybe you've eaten there in the restaurant before, and they're busy. You know, and then there's a place right by me that I've gone to and actually sat down there and had dinner, and it's great. Right. And I only order Chinese food from them.
Right.
But like you said, you don't know what the fuck you're getting.
Or you go with rice. You go with some kind of rice if you're going to order from a place you know. Because they really can't fuck up fried rice that
unless they use the maggots.
Attaboy.
Just maggots in the place of rice.
I feel like something's going on because the Chinese, they really know how to cut a corner or two.
Oh, they do.
They're going to cut a corner or two.
Smile.
Right. If they can get away with it, they're going to cut a corner.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the great and very missed Patrice O'Neill would give us his Chinese food stories over the years.
He didn't care for Chinese food customer service.
No.
Oh, my God. They are the fucking worst.
Yeah.
That place near my house, I went there with a couple of friends. The guy kept fucking telling me, like, 5 minutes. What does
that mean?
Like for a table.
Oh.
And I'm waiting, and people are fucking coming in. They're getting seats. I'm fucking sitting there going, what the fuck?
Well, were they like this?
They were.
That's why.
The chick I was with actually brought up the fact that we should go up and try to bribe the guy, give him a 20. He fucking took the 20, put it on there, goes, thank you, very good specials tonight, and didn't give us a fucking table.
You got to tape your eyes back.
Didn't give us a fucking table.
I've told you, there's some of these places that they will serve their own before round eyes.
Yeah.
And it's their way of basically being polite to you, but telling you also that you're not welcome there.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
I don't know.
Or was the guy just a shitty maitre d'? Like, maybe he was...
No, he was very fit. And then people he knew would come in, and he would give them a fucking table and be like, oh, no, he always here.
But the people...
Like, what?
But the people he knew, were they...
No, there was one guy who was some
yes
Jewish guy, like some Park Avenue guy. Yeah. But
how long did you wait?
We wound up leaving. We were trying to catch a movie. I guess they were playing Plan 9 from Outer Space somewhere, so I wanted to check that out. But, fucking unbelievable.
They wanted you to
forever.
leave.
That's why I just ordered from the place.
Yeah.
Although they changed the boundaries of where they stop ordering.
What?
So now I'm right on the other side of the street, so I have to actually tell the guy I'm from the other side of the street and stand in front of the house across the street to get food.
You're kidding.
No.
Why would you do that?
Because they make some of the best shit.
How the fuck do they know it's your house?
Well, they don't. I stand there and wait for the car to pull up and make it seem like I'm at that house.
Just to get Chinese
Yeah, because the guy said, I go, why can't it's right across the street, when I first got into a little argument with him.
Right.
And he goes, no, we serve your street, then we got to do the next one, and the next one, and the next one. Where do we
They
come
did
from?
that because the city cracked down on the bikes.
Yes.
Did he ever refuse to serve you?
Yeah, he found out, actually, that I wasn't at that house.
You're kidding.
I had it in my hand. He ripped the fucking food out of my hand and took off.
Oh, my God, you got me today, too.
No, he got me on the first line, and then I recognized it.
Fuck, you got me today. That's the first time I've been caught by a Seinfeld.
That's the first time I haven't.
Really?
Yeah, one line in.
Okay.
I literally just recently fucking was on, and I watched a minute of it. About a couple minutes. I'm like, the guy wouldn't serve it.
I was getting Jimmy.
No.
I hate it.
Wait, that one? Or did I at least get you with the maitre d' that wouldn't fucking seat me?
Oh, God, yeah.
That was a total episode.
You got me.
That was like 2 episodes.
You got me twice.
Oh, you got me hook, line, and sinker.
Fuck.
Hook, line, and sinker with that one. I forgot that I bought in. I was ready to firebomb the place.
That one's Seinfeld ball?
Yeah, the famous Seinfeld.
Oh, that one you got me on. But when you said I lied, they wouldn't serve the other side of the street. I believed it, and then one line in, I'm like, oh, yeah, I saw that one.
Fuck. Good job.
All right, so you did get me. All right.
Aw. My 11 o'clocks are ruined, by the way, at night, putting that stupid Arsenio on. Oh, God damn it.
Are you still watching Arsenio? There's no real buzz on it.
No. I
came
watched
out
the
and-
first episode.
Came out and the ratings were incredible for the first.
First episode?
They said the ratings were really good.
Huh.
But no one's talking about the Arsenio's talk show, right?
Because everybody thought Seinfeld was on.
What channel is he on, even?
It's WPIX in New York.
Yeah,
Right?
New York.
okay.
He's
11?
syndicated.
Yeah, huh? Yeah, I just wasn't feeling it. It seemed like, oh boy. Because he was kind of hip and stuff back then, you know? But now he's just not in that age bracket.
All right, we got some great phone calls about Chinese chicken and where it comes from. Jason in Rochester.
How's it going, fellas?
Hey, buddy.
The home of Brother Weeze. What's up, Jason?
When I went to the Culinary Institute, my health safety class, my safety inspection class, he was a safety inspector. He went out to eat with one of his health inspector buddies at a Chinese place on the beach. And he was eating his chicken, his sesame chicken, and he found a BB in the chicken, so he demanded to see the guy's cooler. He goes in, there's seagulls hanging up, and the guy's been going out on the beach
Come on.
and seagulls. And
That sounds like an urban legend.
Yeah. I don't know. Here's where you lost me when you said he demanded to see the guy's cooler.
Right. Yeah, who would do it? And if he knows he's got pigeons hanging up or seagulls hanging up in his cooler, why would he let the guy in?
You know, this.
No, I don't doubt there's probably someone doing that.
But they're very mysterious because we're going to take a couple more phone calls, but no one can really prove it.
See, you're right. That's what it is.
That's what is very bothersome
It's
here.
like an Erock text.
Right, exactly.
Very vague.
There's a lot of suspicion, but no one
Yes.
can really nail them on it.
Right.
Because we've heard everything from what? Cats.
Cat was always a big one. They love eating their cats.
Pigeons now, seagulls.
Uh-huh.
But no one can really prove it, except for the dude in Buffalo with the deer.
Right, because the guy blatantly dragged a dead, bleeding deer through the front of the restaurant.
Do you have the news clip of that?
Love that one.
We haven't played it in a while. Please.
well, my health inspector.
Oh, God, you're still on the line.
my
I forgot
goodness.
about you.
I'm punching out, guys.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
He's all
It's all right.
fucking flustered.
It's all right, brother. Thanks, Jason.
So wait, now what? Seinfeld? They went to a movie, and that's why they left.
Yeah, because it was taking so long for them to get seated in the Chinese restaurant. And they just kept watching other people go in front of them.
So it's just a lie.
So they said, fuck it. And they left to go to the movie. And the second they left, that's when the guy went, Seinfeld 4? To seat them. They just missed.
Lawrence in Texas. Go ahead, Lawrence.
Yeah, I don't know about the bleaching, but the water might have been white because they use baking soda to, like, in their stir fry and stuff. That's what changes the color and the taste and also, like, the tenderness.
What are you, Mr. Chinese food cook guy? Couldn't think of anything.
I know they use the baking soda for the stir fry.
I know they're doing something because I get those headaches after Chinese food. And they always say it's the MSG.
MSG.
And so then you tell the people, no MSG. And like, we don't use MSG. It must be the baking soda and the bleaches and whatever
Maybe
else they're
everything
doing.
else they're doing.
Or they just say, okay. Like, literally, you might say, don't put any bowling balls in my food. Okay.
Okay.
They don't. They just ignore it. It means nothing when you say it.
Well, it's high salt to begin with, so that
Very.
the Opster can't handle high salt.
A lot of salt.
Is this the story out of Buffalo? Mm-hmm. All right, we haven't done
No,
this.
he's.
So he went.
Chinese food ever again.
One channel.
How
do we fix the one channel thing?
That's a video. That's not.
A really weak
Can't I do it on the board or something?
Click a mono. Make it
Some
mono.
former customers of Red Flower Chinese restaurant are angry about what they say happened while they were enjoying a Chinese buffet.
A lot of locals eat there like on lunch breaks and stuff. Yeah, it was really disturbing. There was actually a blood trail that they were mopping up behind the garbage can.
Katie Hopkins says she witnessed employees dragging in a trash bin with a dead carcass inside of it.
There was like a tail and like a foot and a leg sticking out of the garbage can, and they wheeled it straight back into the kitchen.
That's when Environmental Health Inspector Paul Lawson was called to check it out.
There he goes special
and when
tonight.
Paul Lawson showed up to the restaurant, what he found inside, he says, is the craziest thing he's ever seen.
On arrival, I confirmed they did have a deer carcass in the facility.
The discovery led to the health department shutting down the restaurant. The owner told Lawson that he picked up the deer along I-75.
Oh.
They said they
Roadkill.
didn't know they weren't allowed to do that.
Roadkill!
That makes me concerned that maybe they could have before.
The owners also tell Lawson that they plan to take the deer home and didn't plan to serve it to customers.
Sure.
Right.
Paulette's WLKY News.
Damn.
Do you know how many people saw that story and were regulars there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they're probably eating something that tasted weird.
Just
10
a little
times.
off. And if they're picking up roadkill fucking deer, what's the difference between that and maybe a fucking dog or a goddamn possum? Something like that. Oh, we cook a good possum tonight.
Just bleach that shit, make it look like white chicken.
That might have been a possum. You know
Chicken
what?
or
You're right.
beef.
That might have been possum, but not like
Maybe
fucking
possum.
alive, like not a deer, but that might have been a possum that you ate.
Yeah.
All right, this guy
Erock doesn't look very good today.
This guy's been I've been in food service distribution for 15 years. Okay, we might get an answer. Will in Mississippi, what's up?
William.
Hey, brother.
Hey,
How
man.
are y'all?
We're
Yes.
doing all right, Will.
Hey, Jimmy, I love you.
Thank you, Will. As you should.
Real quick, and I just quit my job 2 days ago. But,
God love you.
I know. I spent 15 years doing this shit.
What was your job?
I was in sales and sales management. Boo, on both. But I used to go into a lot of these Asian accounts, and you're getting meat, and you're getting what used to be good product on our standards. What they'll do, if you'll never notice, you'll see those Chinese distributors backed up to their door. They'll go out and make these big, huge opportunity buys on product that's either fixing to go out of date or was frozen shortly before it went out of date. So they'll go out and buy it just cheap as shit. And the Chinese distributors will buy this, the local ones, then send it out to the individual locations. Well, if you'll ever look at those trucks, they don't have refrigeration on them. So what you're tasting...
Oh, come on.
I'm serious now.
You gotta
What
have
you're
some
tasting
refrigeration.
Not
Well, think about it.
necessarily.
If you've got an insulated truck
That's
with
expensive.
frozen
Like we said
product in
earlier,
it,
the Chinese know how to cut some corners.
It'll last even if it's frozen. But what you're tasting most of the time is freezer burn. That's why the chicken looks gray. It's just it's been thawed and frozen so many times that it's freezer burn on the product. Now I'll tell you a good little quick story. When I first started and I was just broke and I was calling on this guy here in town, and I went into his account, and every time I'd go in there, he'd go, "Will, you want to, fix you up a free plate? Fix you up a free plate." Okay, great, man. I was broke, so I would take the stuff home and eat it later. One day I made the bad mistake of going in the back of the kitchen instead of the front door, and I walk in and he's got this little silver tray on the floor. It's maybe 100 degrees outside, Mississippi weather. His kitchen might have been 150, and I walk in and it hits me, this smell, and I look down on the floor and just in a silver tray, no ice, no water, no all this other crap they're talking about, bleach and stuff is bullshit. Just raw chicken in a dish on the floor. And I went, oof, this is bad.
And I went, oof.
You know what, though? That's
gotcha.
really, that story was not particularly climactic.
No.
But that's the truth. That's a true story. You don't have amazing food stories.
Right, that doesn't sound like some big, grandiose story. That's just a disgusting Chinese restaurant story.
And the fucking meat, it's out of date. That's probably what it is, right?
Yeah.
No, it's
okay.
It's exactly what it is. I'm sorry, man. My
no, you're
stories
right.
aren't interesting.
No, it's very interesting.
Not bad, actually.
All right.
We loved it, I swear.
So
thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you. I'm trying to put all this together. So far, we've heard pigeon.
Right.
We've heard deer, obviously.
Yeah.
Shitty chicken that's been frozen and thawed numerous times.
Unrefrigerated.
Possum.
Possum, maybe.
Well, we threw the possum there.
Could be.
And now we got to add another one to the list. Pam in South Carolina.
Pam.
Good evening.
Pam.
Another story, by the way, you're about to hear where it's mysterious, but
This is really gross, really gross. I don't eat Chinese food anymore because of this story. I'm from Long Island originally.
welcome.
And
Strong Island. What town?
I grew up in Oakdale.
Oakdale.
Oh, an Oakdale girl.
You ever drink down at the wharf?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, bitches.
Going local.
You have to go the night before Thanksgiving.
Local is king.
Yes.
Oh, fuck yeah. I've been down the wharf.
LD at several bars. when I was growing up, like
Yeah.
Chevys and.
Good girl.
Nice, a very good girl.
Guys,
How many times have you been?
tremendously. It's rough down here. It's rough.
All right,
Real
she's
southern.
okay. All right.
But I'll
have
tell
a
you the story.
conversation. Thanks, Pam.
A Brooklyn firefighter, not a firefighter, who fought a fire in Brooklyn. It was a Chinese restaurant, and they busted down a wall in the back of the restaurant, and there were a bunch of cats that had been skinned, and they were draining, and they were hanging, like, from the ceiling.
Come on. No.
So that was it for me. That kind
Aw.
of did it for me. Put the nail in it. No more Chinese food.
And this guy swears that's what he saw.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yikes.
That's it.
Man, I want to bust him.
Yeah.
Well,
So I was
let's
too
go
twice
bust a
about it.
Chinese restaurant.
They're clever.
Yeah.
They cover it all up.
Yeah, they do.
All right. Thank you, Pam.
Crazy.
Love you. Bye.
Well, we got another. This one will back up Pam's story. Chuck in Virginia. Chuck.
Yeah, boys. Yeah, when I lived up in Jersey, it was a beautiful Chinese restaurant. Everybody lined up for, and one of my guys went in the back and found a whole bunch of itty bitty cat carcasses in the garbage. Called the health department, shut them down. But it was that was the last I ate in that restaurant for years before I had Chinese. It just,
April Fools.
yo. All right, boys.
Wait, you got a wild voice there, Chuck.
Yeah.
How old a gentleman are you?
What's that?
How old a gentleman are you?
65.
Okay.
65.
All right. 65 years young.
65. You got it.
Are you retired?
Yeah.
What'd you used to do?
I was in communications.
Oh, that's vague.
That's very vague.
We could say that.
What do you do in communications?
Oh, audiovisual.
Audio-visual communications. That's still
Okay,
pretty
it's
vague.
still
Yeah,
vague.
that's every moment of everyone's life.
Yeah.
Well, it's for major corporations, that kind of thing, you know.
You still getting your pension? Is that why you don't want to say anything?
Yeah, I slowed down a lot.
Uh-huh. All right.
All right.
Well, have fun there.
Yeah, whatever.
You two guys, later.
There in Virginia.
Thank you, Chuck. Chuck in Virginia. All right.
Virginia.
All right, all right, all right.
Wow, that's pretty fucking disgusting stuff right there.
Oh, this is because Erock's sick from Chinese food.
Yeah, Erock is a little ill-fated.
Oh, poor Erock.
From
Those
Chinese.
calls help you out at all?
No, we don't have a definite answer, and it's just making me more nauseous.
You'll be fine, though. What time did you eat last night?
About 8 o'clock.
So it's almost 12 hours. You're still in a little bit of a shit zone, but you're probably okay.
How bad is the shit?
You know, if you add water to dog food that doesn't have water added to it, that need that.
He's pissing out his ass.
I never heard it described that way.
No?
Just mushy.
When you have dry dog food that's not supposed to have water added to it, and it just expands into these big soft, like
yeah, I get.
Erock's shit makes its own gravy. Like Gravy Train. Shit. That's fucking disgusting.
All right.
Damn. My grandfather used to say when we were eating Chinese food, he'd come in from the Met game that was on in the living room, you know, and he'd come in and go, "Hey, you's all eating chinks."
Did he really?
Yeah, that's one of probably 5 things I ever remember my grandfather saying. He wasn't a wordy guy at all. Oh my God, there was that, or Anthony, get your grandpa some more ammunition, and those were beers.
Oh, okay.
Like I'd have to get him another beer. Grandpa needs some ammunition, and I get him a fucking Schaefer.
Whose father was he?
My mom's dad.
Mommy's dad.
All I remember of him is just him in that fucking lounge chair, that fucking Castro convertible in the living room of the house that now my aunt and uncle have, and I still go there for holidays and stuff. And the TV with the antennas, you know, the aerial, and him just watching the Mets and go, God damn it. And then bitching that the Yankees, that's a bought team. A bought team.
Even back then.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's the
It was all
Steinbrenner
the
years,
same shit. Yeah, it was funny.